So last time, hopefully you got your query working, and that's all ready and all good to go. I want to set this code aside for a second. I don't want this to be too complicated. What I want you to do is just basically make a bunch of white space, and we'll leave the query down below. Okay, that's going to be down there. This will let us see the stuff that's happening. You can see there's 3 things in the database. But before we get there, we need to deal with tweaking it and seeing it and see what's going on inside of there. So when we want to do a change to the database, we're only going to get a count back. So from the statement, we're going to do an execute update. Again, there's some other options inside of their execute update. You can read about those later on. We just need the basic execute update where we provide a SQL statement. So we need to provide perfect, exact, wonderful SQL inside here. So insert into product values. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky because I need to make sure I formulate this just right. And you may or may not be able to construct this on the fly like I'm doing here. I might not be able to construct it on the fly. We're going to find out. But we're going to put inside of here number 99, product number 99. Because if I do 1, 2, 3, it's a primary key. It's going to fail over the top of it. So we're going to do product 99. The second thing I need is a name. Remember, in SQL, I need to have all data values in quotes that are strings. So the name of this product then is going to be Java Lessons. All right, in single quotes. All right, we just need single quotes. Comma, description. Learning Java. All right, so already this is getting long, so let me do this real quick. Let me bring this down to the next line. Oops. There you go. And then the price is, oops, comma, the price is $22.95. What a deal that is. Now, this only returns to us a count. Most of the time, we don't do anything with the count. Here, we're just going to do system.out.println count is equal to count, just to see what that value is. But again, most of the time you'll do nothing with that count. It's not going to be any impact. Sometimes it's used as a double check. By the way, I tried to do it, didn't do it. Double check, warn somebody. Often it's not. Now this SQL may or may not be correct. I'm going to go run my SQL. Oh, it wasn't correct. Imagine that. I have an error in my SQL. I know exactly what my error is with SQL. It's right next to near... I don't know what it's saying. I know what it is because I've been doing this long enough and I can spot it right away. You may or may not be able to spot it right away. It's totally okay to use some sort of tool to help you generate your SQL. It's totally okay not to deal with this inside of Java code. If you just want to copy this out or not even start there, just go straight to your tool over here and inside your tool work out the SQL statement. That's totally fine as well. So if I paste this inside of here, hopefully you can see immediately what's wrong. I'm missing a parenthesis at the end. All right, there's one row affected. Now I can do select star from product. And then you can see there, and I can delete from product where ID is equal to 99. Guess what? This is a command I'm going to need in a second. Select star from product. Go back to there. So this is a little bit of a workaround you can do there. I'm not here to teach you SQL. I'll show you some commands through here, and I'll share them inside of my code out there in a little bit. But if you need to learn more about SQL, you might have to look it up. You might have to just copy and paste a little bit. You know, if that's a big barrier, then we can get past it in a number of ways. Don't let it be. Just you'll see everything in the demo and go from there. But again, I'm not here to show you fancy queries or anything beyond the simple stuff we're going to show. So again, I put my parenthesis back inside of there. I can run this, and you can see my count was equal to 1. I inserted 1 in there, and then you can see my product is now in the database. Problem with this test case, as cool as it is, I can only run it one time because the next time over I'm going to get a exception because I have a duplicate entry 99 for the primary key. It's just a constraint violation. The database says I can only have 199 out there. There's a number of ways I could fix it in code. I'm not worried about that right now because it gives us the opportunity to show you the variety of statements I can do inside of here. So when I did the execute update, I inserted. I can do the exact same thing again. Count is equal to statement.execute update, control space. Now I can say, guess what? I'm going to go back to here. Copy this line that I created over here, and I'm going to paste it right there. And I'm going to copy this line right here. I'm going to paste it right here. Oops. Why is this? Oh, I forgot the semicolon at the end. That's why. So now I'm going to insert it, delete it, and go from there, except for it won't work because it's going to fail on the first line. So this is a little bit tricky. Sometimes you have to go back to your database and press up a couple times and delete it by hand and clean that back up. And then now I have something that will insert it, then it'll delete it. So it inserts it, deletes it, it's gone. So you don't see it again. Options also out there to do the update. So before I delete it, I can do an update inside of here. So I could do update product set price equal to $199.99, where ID is equal to 99. So I can make it a much more expensive product. And here, let me just do one other thing. Let me take this and move it down after, so we can see the results inside here. Again, it's just a play moment here. Oops, not there, not there. Don't want to do that there. My fault. There. So now I have all of my lines here. I can go run it. I insert it, and now the price of my lessons is $199.99. The update side of it, from a Java standpoint, is quite simple. From a SQL standpoint, you've got to go and figure this out, and we're not even figuring it out entirely yet because we're doing hard-coded values inside of here. In the next evolution, we're going to take this and turn this into a component. We're going to do the exact opposite of what we did here. We're going to take the value product and plug that in to make these statements dynamic based off the product that's passed in. But for now, I just want you to play with these insert, update, delete statements, do something along the lines here, take the code I'm going to share, play with it, and get it working. And then we'll worry about wrapping this into something that looks a little bit more usable for our solution, our application.